Hello everyone and welcome to another custom figure showcase. So today we are going to be looking at another Cyberman, but this is my Time War Cyberman, more specifically from the comic Supremacy of the Cybermen. Now these particular Cybermen appear in the one-page sort of lead-up that was the War Doctor's piece, which sees an alternate continuity where, because, spoiler alert, the Cybermen have taken over history, they start appearing at different places, and one of the places they appear at is the barn just as the War Doctor is about to detonate the moment. And these particular Cybermen have a rather unique design. Their body is very similar to the Cybus era Cybermen, but the head is actually a unused design for the concept piece for the Cybermen as they're originally going to appear in Series 2. So obviously overall I have used the Cybus Cyberman as a base, but you can see there's various places where I've made a lot of sculpting differences. Obviously on the shins I've sculpted some new parts. I've sculpted a little bit on the back of the arms, also on the top of the arms. The back, as you can see, I've had some new sort of shoulder plates and things put on. The midsection is also sculpted to be sort of tiered, as is the front section. The entire front piece, most notably, has this new open chest look, which is obviously made to be, you know, the sort of light as you would see inside. But obviously the head as well is in fact my own custom one, which I have made myself. So for this, I basically took the standard Cybus head, cut all of the gubbins off it that was originally there, and then sculpted my own head onto the top of it. I'm very pleased with how that's come out, and then the handles are also, as I have used on one of my other Cybermen I've put up recently, or you may or may not have seen my Dark Dimension Cybermen. For the handles I used the same sort of standard cable ties that you would get in most figures, and I'm pleased to say as well that I have made a sculpt of this head, and this will be going up shortly, or may already be up at the time of watching this video, onto my eBay if you are interested. I have managed to get it so that it's got the peg in it to put straight onto the Cybus body. One word of caution I would say is that the peg on the Cybus head may have to be sanded down slightly, because obviously the original head is made of a more flexible plastic. This is made of a hard resin, so if you tried to force this onto the head, then it might end up actually shattering this. So word of caution to anyone interested in getting one. I will be putting this on the listing as well, but the peg may need to be sanded down slightly for that. But I am really pleased with how this Cyberman has come out. There are a couple of others from Supremacy of the Cybermen that I am currently working on. A couple I have finished, and one I'm planning to start very soon. But they really have come out very well. And I personally, like I said, is the canon of Supremacy of the Cybermen is that these Cybermen are a sort of alternate Time War continuity. But personally, we still don't know really what happened with the Cybermen during the Time War. We know bits and pieces and there's been references, but personally I like to think that whilst those particular events in Supremacy of the Cybermen may have been alternate, the Cybermen themselves are still period specific. So I still class this as a Time War Cyberman, and I think that this is how the Cybermen probably did look during the Time War, especially because the face itself has a very gas mask look to it, and I think it does look sort of very warlike, and I like to think that, you know, that it does have a very war feel to it. And obviously, as we know, you know, there's the debate that obviously the Cybermen from Pete's world evolved as the Cybus Cyberman, but then debatably another version of those Cybermen also existed in the standard, the main world. So perhaps this is the first iteration of the cyber design. You know, you could put any kind of theory you want to this, but personally I like to think that this is a canon design, because I really do like it, and I think it's a really nice looking Cyberman design as well. You know, it's one that I'm very pleased with, and I certainly think that you know, the design in the comics are nice. You know, as I said, I've taken my own little artistic liberty with this, but I'm pretty pleased with a sort of original version of my own of a Time War Cyberman. But that brings to a close another custom figure showcase. As always, I hope you all enjoyed this video. Like, favorite, subscribe, share, it really helps me out a lot, and be sure to check the description below for a link to my Patreon. I'm doing my very first figure animation, and you can get involved. There is exclusive content and rewards for those who do so, and funding my Patreon in any way gets your name at the end of my videos. I salute you all, and I will see you in another video very soon.